From UFOs to psychic powers and government conspiracies, history is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now, or learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. After September 11, 2001, the U.S. government fundamentally changed the focus of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Today, the FBI works to identify the next terrorist attack before it occurs. So far, they've been successful. There has been no large-scale domestic terrorism since 9/11. From the infamous anthrax-laced mail to attempted bombings and funding of Al-Qaeda, the FBI has made numerous counter-terrorism arrests. The tasks involved in such predictive investigations are extremely complex. The FBI relies on cooperation with other agencies and local law enforcement, intense surveillance, and the use of undercover operatives. These tactics are not universally applauded. The FBI's critics have leveled several accusations against the Bureau, but one is particularly troubling. Is the FBI catching terrorists or making them? Here's where it gets crazy. The idea that the FBI is making terrorists isn't so much a conspiracy theory as an ongoing legal argument, and the crux of it hinges on entrapment. So what exactly is entrapment? In U.S. law, people are entrapped when they are persuaded by law enforcement to commit a crime that they would not ordinarily have committed. Entrapment occurs when a sting operation passes the point of investigating a crime and into the business of aiding a criminal act. What should we make of terrorist convictions when FBI informants initiated the contact and provided materials for the crime? The FBI's most controversial terrorist stings involve paid informants. They're tasked with rooting out terrorist activity within the United States, often in the Muslim community. These informants may be working to avoid a jail sentence themselves, and their compensation is tied to success. Some former informants, such as Craig Monteil, believe this system has gone too far. Under the name Farouk Aziz, Monteil visited throughout Orange County's Muslim community, searching for extremists. He found one, but not in the way he expected. The local community, distressed by Farouk's behavior, actually reported him to the FBI. In recent cases, from the Newburgh Four to Rizwan Firdaus, legal organizations see evidence of entrapment. The Newburgh Four were sentenced to decades in prison for plotting to blow up synagogues with the help of a Pakistani businessman they later learned was an informant. But they claimed they were playing along for cash. The Newburgh Four didn't have access to explosives, but their FBI informant offered supplies, including 2 Stinger missiles. And did Rizwan Firdaus think up a complicated plot using miniature airplanes on his own, or was he helped by his 2 friends, later revealed to be undercover FBI agents? Defenders of the FBI tactics, such as Anthony Barkow, argue that accepting offered weapons and agreeing to the act demonstrates a propensity and willingness that can hold up in court. Opponents of the counterterrorism efforts believe the high publicity stings may be little more than attempts to rationalize the Bureau's budget. Since key encounters between informants aren't recorded, the informants are paid per assignment, and the informants have allegedly offered money to their targets. So where does this leave us? Has the FBI crossed the line from preempting attacks to setting them up and only later stopping them? The FBI, for its part, lets the record speak for itself. For more than 10 years, there has not been another attack on the scale of 9/11. To supporters of the current practices, this spells success. But when it comes to the record, especially how these alleged terrorists are convinced to commit crimes, the FBI's critics believe there's something the agency doesn't want you to know.